Breaking news from Sports Flash Live. Arizona Diamondbacks just defeated Baltimore Orioles with a final score of 4-3. What a game tonight! Stay right here because we are about to break down every key moment, every big play, and what this result means going forward. You do not want to miss this recap. Let's get into it. Sports Flash Live MLB Game Recap. What's up, baseball fans, and welcome back to Sports Flash Live. I'm your host, bringing you all the action from what was an absolute nail-biter that had fans on the edge of their seats until the very last pitch. The Arizona Diamondbacks just squeezed past the Baltimore Orioles 4-3 in a game that perfectly showcased why baseball is America's pastime. Trust me, you're going to want to hear about this one. Let me paint the picture for you folks. This wasn't your typical blowout where one team dominates from the first inning. No sir, this was a back-and-forth battle that had more twists than a pretzel factory. The Diamondbacks came out swinging early, but the Orioles weren't about to roll over and play dead. Both teams traded punches like heavyweight boxers, each refusing to give the other any breathing room. The turning point came in the middle innings when Arizona managed to scratch across what would ultimately be the winning run. It was one of those moments where you could feel the momentum shift in the ballpark. The Orioles had their chances though, and I mean real chances. They loaded the bases in the 8th inning with just one out, and you could practically hear Baltimore fans holding their breath. But the Diamondbacks bullpen stepped up when it mattered most, getting out of that jam with some clutch pitching that would make any manager proud. What really stood out to me was the grit both teams showed. Neither starter went deep into the game, which meant we saw plenty of bullpen action. The relievers on both sides were throwing strikes and competing like their seasons depended on it. Arizona's closer had to work for that final out, facing the heart of Baltimore's order with the game on the line. Now, what does this mean for both clubs moving forward? For Arizona, this kind of win builds character. When you can win the close ones, especially on the road or in pressure situations, that's the kind of momentum that carries teams through tough stretches of the season. The Diamondbacks showed they can execute in clutch moments, and that's something they'll need to bottle up and take with them. Baltimore, on the other hand, has to be kicking themselves a little bit. They had their opportunities but couldn't capitalize when they needed to most. Those loaded bases in the 8th inning? That's the kind of chance that haunts you if you don't convert. The Orioles' offense showed signs of life, but they need to find ways to come through in those high-leverage situations. Looking ahead, both teams have important series coming up that could really shape their trajectory. Arizona needs to keep this momentum rolling, while Baltimore will be looking to bounce back strong in their next outing. That's a wrap on this thriller, folks. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, hit subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest baseball action, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss our game recaps. Until next time, this is Sports Flash Live, keeping you in the game.